down the days to that time of year. I can't believe it's finally here. 100 more miles of driving to go till I see the hills of home. Got everything I need in the back of my truck. Now all I gotta do is get the job done. When the sun comes up and the woods come alive, longbeards are gonna die. Longbeards are gonna die. Red, white, and blue heads, beards, and spurs. When he flies off the limb, I'm gonna rock his world. When the day is done and the sun goes down, another turkey's on his back in a grave he's found. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, longbeards are gonna die. A yelp and a cut from my old slate call. He gobbled back, I knew it was on. Up against a tree, down the barrel of a gun. He don't know what's about to come. About to take his last breath, I got my bead on his outstretched neck. The last thing you'll feel is a face full of fives. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, longbeards are gonna die. When he flies off the limb, I'm gonna rock his world. When the day is done and the sun goes down, another turkey's on his back in a grave he's found. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, longbeards are gonna die. Down to Tennessee, gonna finish it up in Missouri. Powder keeps a burning and my wheels keep a turning, chasing after the kings of spring. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, longbeards are gonna die. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, longbeards are gonna die.
Yeah, he's coming. Here he comes.
Thunder sounds on the ridge top, a gobbler hammering in the treetop. Gotta head up the hill and be real still. Ain't nothing else to give me this thrill. Wings beating on the branches, caught a glimpse of where he landed. He's 100 yards coming, now he's running right down the end of this loaded gun. I'm a running gun from the break of the sun. Gotta cut 'em off and get in front. I can't sit in a trance, I take the chance till I find one that wants to dance, son. Sometimes I wonder about my never-ending hunger for chasing thunder. Seasons pass and age catches up, I reminisce about my good luck while I sit in my blind, try to rewind time and wait for Tommy Turkey to walk on by. I'm a running gun from the break of the sun. Gotta cut 'em off and get in front. I can't sit in a trance, I take the chance till I find one that wants to dance, son. Sometimes I wonder about my never-ending hunger for chasing thunder. For chasing thunder. Set my alarm clock for 6 in the morning, but I jump out of bed about 10 till 4. I didn't get to sleep till 3 a.m. thinking about gobblers and big ripe hens, waiting on the time when conditions are right. It's turkey time. Old Tommy Turkey sets the woods on fire, strutting and a drumming and burning with desire. Hit him with the yelp from my old mouth call, and he turns around and listens, spans his feathers out tall. Come a little closer for a real surprise. It's turkey time. Crazy birds are ruling my life 24/7, 365. Spending my life chasing a dream of long beards dragging, big hook spurs falling for the sound of my sleep on bird running to me, setting out by an old oak tree. Oh, it's turkey time. Got a chalk white head and it's turning blood red. His beard's a swinging like a noose. This could be the end. 6 his last big gobble. Mashed potatoes and gravy on a plate just right. Oh, it's turkey time. These crazy birds are ruling my life. 24/7, 365. Spending my life chasing a dream of long-beard straggy, big hook spurs, falling for the sound of my sweet corn bird. Running to me, sitting out by an old oak tree. Oh, it's turkey time. You done gobbled your last gobble, Mr. Tommy Turkey.
Hey, welcome to another Mossy Oak Go Live. Turkey season's close to being opening everywhere. Midwest, been open in the South. We've been turkey hunting for a long time, but now everybody's in the game. Let's take a look and see who's really in the game.
Make sure it's up. All right. Hey, Guy, you better buckle your chin strap.
Come on, man.
You got you some water, boy?
Yeah, I got some in the water bladders.
Are you videoing with this?
The video with the GoPro? When you forget the other one, you ain't got much of a choice.
Hey, boy, that's how you turn it into coon ass slowly but surely.
What we doing?
He's improvising.
I'm improvising.
You got your big camera?
Yeah, I got the big one.
But now he's using a GoPro now, boy.
Yeah.
Big timing.
Yeah.
Do it.
This is
That's Dago
side
style.
Aquila, the turkey killer.
Do it Dago style, boy.
And that's Mr. Guy Cormier, and this is Slick Rick, Senator Ward.
Senator Ward over here.
Yeah.
Big state senator. We high classing it today. Been eating ribeyes and filet mignon and
Oh
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
good
I don't know
stuff.
about that.
We took a plane
Beanie
here.
weenies.
Yeah, we flew a plane here.
We private jetted it over here.
Well, go ahead
You
and
ain't never seen a senator kill a turkey like that, though.
go ahead and tell the people what we're working with. Tell them what
What are we working? Why don't you tell them what we're working with?
Well-
I'm kind of in the cloudy.
Our buddies, Mr. Side Aquila and Slick Rick Ward and Guy Cormier, 3 coonasses came up in this block of hardwood timber here. They said it's the most turkey scratching they've ever seen in their life in any area, consistent area. And y'all got 3 longbeards put to bed.
So we're going to get them.
So we're going to sneak in there and see if we can't whoop them. We're going to have to keep our
Now
boots
look.
on today.
I had to blindfold y'all boys coming in here now.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, let's go get them.
Let's go find one.
Giant flat all through here. Yesterday the birds came from that way and been through this flat. And I'm assuming they roosted on the edge of that face, that ridge. See, and that face runs just like this. Yeah, so you think we need to ease up here? I think we need to ease up a little bit where it's gone in the flat. Unless you have a better suggestion. I don't have any suggestions. Want to try to make a gobble before we make our move, our next move. Tell me the hoop, boy. Tell me the hoop. It's not going as planned so far. They must have got a little drunk last night. I think they smelled it. Yeah, or it was blowing to them. Yeah. Should have looped. Was that a turkey gobble? I don't know. I heard what you heard. I think. Definitely heard something. Yeah, where was that? Straight that way, wouldn't it? Might not be the same turkey, sir. Because that was a good ways. That was a good ways off. Yeah. That was a turkey gobble, though. Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure, 100%. I'm positive. Yeah. Tell us what happened. Dead silence. It's like going to a funeral procession. Damn funeral out here. It was a bad deal, bull. I ain't never seen such a thing in my life. Actually, I have. Back in 1972, my daddy come up in here, and he said there was only 3 goblin turkeys in this bottom.
Now there's one, and he's at least 34 years old.
Well, we've climbed high. We got out of the bottom. Wasn't happening down there, so we figured maybe it's happening up here. We climbed to the top of these things. We're on the pines now, having a little road bed that weasels its way around these ridge tops and calling from the top. Maybe we can hear better. Just trying to figure something out, because they is not gobbling. It's a cloudy day, super heavy cloud cover. Acts like it could rain at any minute. Breezy, a little bit breezy, not too bad. But either way, yeah. Turkeys ain't gobbling. What you got back here, big dog?
Well, we got the dream team on pursuit.
The dream team.
Let's see. That, and that. And then look, whoop. Look, him too. And look, Mr. Cormier. We just need to fire one up, fellas.
We just need to find one.
Hey. I know the problem.
They're not doing their part. We're doing our part.
You know what's wrong? We probably need to be speaking redneck to them.
I don't know. I'm pretty good at speaking redneck. I think that's what I think.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
I don't know what we need to do. We're going to have to unique up on them.
Them's redneck turkeys.
We're going to have to get the quail guns out and flush them.
You can do that too?
don't know what else to do for him. You?
What's that?
I don't know what else to do for him. Do you?
Keep on doing this.
All we can do is follow the playbook.
hear a gobble?
Yes, you did.
What was that? Yeah. Behind us. Where was that at? Yeah.
I think that was behind me.
Yeah, behind us.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
you see it. It's not here.
Yeah.
What is he, 200 maybe?
Well,
250?
Where do you think he's at?
I think he's in that bottom right there.
So you think he's gonna come up here? But we don't have to get on this face.
Can he not hear us? Or is he moving?
I thought I just heard some yelping down there. He's in that bottom.
Yeah.
Hey, but is he hoping the next ridge?
No, I think he's just way up in the finger. Yeah, he's right up that the main finger at the bottom. Yep.
Do this.
You get that? He's gobbled a couple times in a row now. So, what do y'all think about just gonna start yelping like a hen coming off of this hill?
Yeah.
Just act like a hen's coming down off the hill to meet him. And if he starts moving our way, hopefully he keeps gobbling. If he starts moving our way, we'll have to just buckle down. Maybe. If y'all have a terrible idea, y'all tell me. Nice to hear from him.
Fall off right here.
Be nice to hear from him right now.
He's coming.
He's coming. He needs to get on. He needs to get on that big pine tree right there. Is he shooting? Ain't he shooting?
Gosh, yeah.
Who?
God.
Yeah. Hey. Hey. Get on that big pine tree right here real quick. He was fixing to get out. He saw.
He was on the turkey.
Hey, good job. That's awesome. Hey, we killed a turkey in the bottom, dog. I told y'all they had turkeys in this damn bottom. We're all sitting here profiled. I knew it was going to be a problem. I was hoping he's going to stay in the bottom.
I apologize about that. I just didn't want him to.
Good, man.
Because he done took a step down. He's fixing to exit.
I didn't even see his spot. Tell me about it, T-Hall. A dumb 2-year-old. Wow. Something has just occurred.
Fine, I'll seal the gobbler here, boys.
Look at them dark bands on that wing.
He done it, son.
Yeah, he did. Waited him out.
He was way up this dang bottom, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He traveled some ground very quick.
Yep. We started yelping coming off the side of that hill like some hens, and that he heard it and he's like, I am going to meet her in the bottom, son.
Meet them in the bottom.
Meet them in the bottom.
He's like the young bull and the old bull.
Yeah.
He ran
He's the young bull.
He was the young bull. He wanted to run down here and crush one of them instead of walk down here and crush them all. Oh, look how beautiful that is.
Was that exciting, God?
What?
Sweet smell of success.
Yes, it is.
Hey, we getting that ball rolling, son.
Hey, we got the day's young yet.
Yep.
10:30.
The day is young yet.
We chopping wood though, boy. How many miles we done been today?
Wow, but man, like I told y'all, we just needed that humidity to get out of here. That old human disease, get out of here. And the old human got out. And
That turkey done slipped up and fell into a corona virus.
what? About how many? Oh, in
About
ounce and 5/8? About 536 corona.
He got that tungsten virus. Is what he got.
Look what I'm sitting up against.
I know.
Shows y'all I'm a rookie, huh?
Hey, baby, the dream team.
That's
five
it,
people in the woods. An entourage of turkey hunters in the woods on public ground, getting it done.
Tell them, Aquila.
And don't get
This
much.
is your first time on a Pinhoti project, is it not?
That's right.
Everybody,
I made the special guest appearance.
It's Senator Rick Ward.
Senator Rick Ward,
Along for the ride.
Parish President Guy Cormier,
That's right.
in
That's
the
right.
flesh.
We're gonna expand turkey season. We're gonna make it a little bit longer. Kick the deer hunters out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
we're gonna do it just on this property.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm hooked. I am hooked.
You like that?
Oh my God, yes.
I knew if we went sit on top of that high knob, we'd be able to hear something.
Got that old hen Kiki
Oh, yeah,
coming
that
up
was
there,
her,
boy.
She was on.
She came up. I mean, she couldn't have been.
Yeah,
She was right there.
right
Oh,
there.
Yeah, I could see her eyes,
Yeah.
man.
You can see her?
Yeah, she was
He
like,
said I could see her eyes.
Yeah.
This is Guy's second turkey hunt.
Second turkey hunt.
His first turkey hunt was yesterday afternoon.
that's right.
And look at him, like a champ, not moving when he's like he's been doing it his whole life.
We didn't have a ball hog sitting next to him. He'd have probably killed him.
He would have killed his first turkey.
I know I'm LeBron James then.
No, you Vols perished him is what you did.
Oh, I tell you what, these Osceola gobblers are as good as it gets right here.
Overnight, yeah, he migrated overnight.
Last night we had that big southeast wind. They came in from Okeechobee. Set the wings once and that was it. Oh man.
Don't get much better than that though, brother.
Golly, it's nice to yelp one up every now and then, ain't it?
We're on our way out now. We got the ball hog in the back. They're calling him a ball hog.
We made him unload his gun.
He's had to unload his gun. But we're on our way out. We got to walk out this big bottom, so we're hoping the day's not quite over. Y'all didn't get to see a cigar toast because, well, we just flat out ain't got enough cigars, and I just ain't rude like that, so we'll have to wait till we get to the truck.
Hey, coming up next, some straight hunting, one of our own here at Mossy Oak. Some of the best videos, some of the best tips. Watch close, and you'll understand why we call it straight hunting.
I've got the gun now. It's about to get real.
I've grown up as a turkey hunter. When most kids were practicing for Little League games, I was practicing my turkey calling. From the time the Grand Nationals take place to the end of May, it's literally all I think about. And my buddy Terrence Williamson is the same way. I honestly don't know many people who have the drive to shoot a turkey as much as Terrence does. I've hunted with him in Texas, Canada, and a few places in between. So after we had won the team challenge, we decided it was time for him to come up north and hunt some easterns with me in PA toward the end of May, to double team a few longbeards.
Better kill one, Terrence. What about blood, lousy? Go ahead. Yeah! You've got to be freaking kidding me. You have got to be freaking kidding me. Yes, dude. Sir, dude, we just freaking doubled. We just freaking doubled right off the bat. Forgot to put the mic out, but I don't even care. Woo! Yeah! Woo, baby! Dude, that's freaking awesome. Yeah! Dude. Good job.
What a way to end it. What a way to end a trip, man.
Man, that's great. To struggle all day in the rain and then to finish it up with a hunt like this on the last day, right at daylight, man, that's great.
That was awesome.
And I guess being out in this cold rain the last 2 days, I've lost my voice.
Yeah.
But hey.
Show me those spurs, huh?
This is impressive. This is what I like to call a Brian Plows turkey. He talks a big game, but that's your reality versus your goals right there.
Sometimes they have 1.5 inches. Sometimes they have sleek legs. That's
hey,
right.
He's got that right there. That's all
it.
that matters.
He got
Big old deer.
He did it right.
Yours 2-year-old?
Yeah, 2-year-old. I'm tagged out in PA.
Me too.
Man, that's great. Good job, buddy.
That was awesome.
I really appreciate everything, man.
That was awesome.
It's been a great week.
It has.
For over 30 years, our staff has made it a point of letting turkeys test our camo. The result of that critter-assisted R&D has led to all-new Mossy Oak Obsession, the official camo of the NWTF. Designed with remarkable realism to perfectly match the spring woods, Obsession will forever change how you look at camo. New Mossy Oak Obsession, designed for your obsession.
My family's had a farm here in central Minnesota for over 100 years. It's really quite amazing. We've still been able to hang on to it. Every time I come up here, I find myself just driving these country roads for hours. Puts me at peace, just simply being up here, looking for wildlife and just burning some miles in my truck, just taking in the landscape and kind of reflecting on everything that's happened with me over the last 3 decades. And you know, one of the most profound aspects of my life is hunting, and this whole thing with feeding the hunger, it all started up here. About 12 years old, killed my first whitetail, and now, thanks to National Wild Turkey Federation, there's a pretty healthy crop of wild turkeys up here. And over the years of being an avid hunter, turkey hunting has become my number one. So I've been waiting a long time to get up here and try to kill an old gobbler. And if I'm lucky, and if my ancestors are shining down on me and giving me an extra stroke of good luck, maybe I'll run into one of those gobblers in the next couple of days. So here she is. This is the place where really it all started. Back in those woods back there, I killed my first deer at the age of 12, and I can remember my uncle coming out there and handing me one of his knives. And I didn't know what the hell to do with the thing. So he guided me through the first time I ever butchered an animal. And this is where I'm coming to roost turkeys tonight. It's crazy how things work out, but here we are, and see if the birds are talking. I'll be damned. Old man was right again. Well, I hate to admit it, but they're right where you said they'd be.
I wouldn't lie to you.
The world is moving too fast. Life is getting too complicated. But never here at this place and others like it. On the farm, it's the simple things that keep us rich. At this place, time stands still, and we know tomorrow will be better than yesterday if we're just willing to get our hands dirty and grab hold of our roots. How long has it been since we've had this place? I always forget.
Grandpa settled there in 1893.
And he came over from Sweden, right?
But they tend to go like country where they came from, you know.
It's just irony to me that they come from rough, rocky, difficult to farm country, and then they come halfway across the earth so they can come pick rocks out of a field, chop down some trees, and build some shacks.
Start over again,
The garage that's still on the property, that was the original house, right?
It's an old log building, an old log building,
How many folks were living in there?
Well, at one time there was at least 6 of them living in that little shack, until they built a bigger house, and they had 3 more kids after that.
As I was growing up, being down in the cities, I always felt like I was just kind of trapped in a cage, so every chance I could get up here, whether it be to fish or hunt or just come and hang out, I've always sort of had a deeper affinity for this place, and it shaped me in so many different ways. I mean, just as an individual, but also for my career, doing the whole outdoor writer thing and shooting this series. This is where the hunger was born, was up here in Todd County, hunting deer on the farm.
It's kind of sad though. A lot of people just don't understand how to take care of their game. They just don't understand it.
When it comes to the hunting, what was it like back then?
Well, there was a lot of pheasants, and when Dad was younger, a lot of pheasants. There weren't so many pheasants when Grandpa was first settled here, but later on there was a lot of pheasants. But there was a lot of grouse here when Grandpa settled here. Back then they could shoot and sell grouse, and in one weekend he shot 40 grouse, and they salt them and package it up in a barrel and sent them off to cities. You got a dime a piece for them. That was big money back then,
Yeah, you definitely can't do that now. But
when Dad was young, we had lots and lots of pheasants and a lot of duck shit. And of course, there was a lot of wood yet, so us kids had a lot of woods to hunt squirrels in. All the kids out here hunted squirrels.
Yeah, it's when the light bulb turns on and you realize what you can do by going out into the field with a rifle or a shotgun or a bow. It's pretty unbelievable. There's really nothing like it.
like to just kill one turkey every year. Shoot as many as I legally possibly can, as many states as I can get to. I like having a stockpile of these bad boys in the freezer to last me through the year.
Hey, you know, there's a lot of myths when it comes to turkey hunting. Believe me, I've been around. I know, I've heard them all. One of the myths is you never call to a roosted turkey right at daylight, ever, if he's gobbling on the limb. Hey, you ever watch Dave Owens on the Pinhoti Project and some of the calling he does to a roosted turkey? Now, true enough, his calling sounds a little different than most of it. He puts a lot of realism into it, but the point being, all those situations are different. Let's take a look and see if there's any situations that call for a little yelping while they're still on the roost.
Well, we've been on the road for about a week and a half now, hunting Texas and Oklahoma. We're in Kansas now. We've got a map, got all this walk-in public hunting and stuff, so we're just kind of working our way east, seeing if we can find some stuff that looks good for spring turkey hunting. Most of the time we're on the road, you know, we're hunting with buddies and stuff like that. This hunt is a little bit more different than what we're used to here lately, hitting the public and just going off a map and just, you know, seeing it for the first time, going in absolutely blind. So we have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. And at first I thought, oh, it's not going to be no big deal, you know, we'll find some birds. But right now reality's starting to set in that we might have bit off a little bit more than we can chew with the amount of time we've got to find some spots and get it done. We got 4 days before we got to go home, so keep going. I'm gonna keep a positive attitude, though. You never know.
It's opening day here in Kansas. We had some gobblers close this morning, just up over the top of the ridge from us, and they were scooting to get with the rest of the group. We heard a lot of gobbling. We slipped up to the top of the hill here, and there's 3 big gobblers up the end of this draw, just kind of lounging. They were strutting, and then they'd go to preening, and they're just kind of laid up. We're going to slip up in that draw, pop out on the other side, throw out the quarter strut Jake and a hen, and see if we can't just work them down the edge. Day 1 in Kansas here of the regular season, so 2 of the longbeards have went around that corner up there. There's still a strutter and a hen out in the field. We've just eased up on this kind of hidden mile of field out here, and there's 3 longbeards and a hen. I'm just waiting for him to get around that bend and get some decoys out there. He's got about 3 to 4 more feet to go. Let me get these ready. Okay, I think we're good to move now. Get the decoys out there. What we're doing here, we're going to get these decoys set up as fast as possible. They're just out of sight over there, and I want to get to calling to them as fast as I can, so if they turn that corner out there, they can see the decoys. Good. Should be good. They sound like they're heading up to the left. The hen's up there right above you. The gobblers are to the right. Yeah. Two on the right are gonna get it. All right. You. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty jacked up right now. This is, we've been out here in Kansas scouting for the past couple of days. We've driven halfway across the state, finding public ground. We knocked on a real nice guy's door. He gives permission, and we chased turkeys around this morning. It just so happened that we ended up on public ground and filled both our tags this afternoon. And this is the turkey I was talking about earlier. This real pretty tail fan. I mean, I've never killed a Merriam, but that's the whitest Rio I've ever been lucky enough to take. And man, he is a pretty turkey. We are actually moving around on these guys. We saw him just kind of loafing down there, and we slipped around on him and saw him head up over this hilltop. So we just eased across the field, got up here, and there's a bend in the field right here. And as soon as they got around that bend, I ran out here, got the decoys out, and it was windier than heck. And I was trying to yelp as loud as I could, and I did something that it works every now and again. I tried gobbling at them with a mouth call, and just thinking because they had that hen with them, I didn't know if that would get them fired up or not, but I tried gobbling at them, and they instantly gobbled back. And next thing you know, here they come over the top of the hill, and they saw that decoy. They stood there and watched them for a little bit, and as soon as they folded up and headed into that tall grass, I knew it was over. And they come down in here and put the beat down on our Jake, and I got to empty my gun on him. I'm pretty tickled. I like it out here in Kansas. It's been a long road so far, and I know we're ready to get home. I know my pregnant fiance is ready to see me, and I'm ready to sleep in my own bed. We've been hard at it for 2 weeks now, so Kansas, that's a wrap.
Hey, a lot of the people you see on the Mossy Oak Go live app Wednesday nights, those guys, they've guided people for decades or a long time. But there's a lot more to being a turkey guide than just yelping good. When I take somebody, I always ask them, hey, you want me to just do my thing, or you want to learn something? You want me to talk? People love information. I'll stop and show them tracks or show them turkey droppings and all that. There's a lot that goes into being a good guide more than the yelping. Let's take a look and see who's being a good guide.
Keep up with that.
I think we're about to get them today, ain't we? I can feel it.
So we've been trying to get Trip a bird for going on 3 years now. He's 8, and we've literally been after it every chance he got between school for 3 years. And typical fashion to turkey hunting, we cannot seem to catch a break. I mean, everything that can go wrong has gone wrong, and the poor guy just cannot seem to get a clear shot at one. And I've been trying to remind him all the way through this process of 2 things. The first is nothing in life worth having comes easy. And so we've been saying that every morning before we go hunting. And I've been trying to remind him of it, because I know that there's coming a day when it's just going to get a lot easier for him. And I want him to remember that when you figure out how to do something, and when you get better at it, that you had to work for it and earn it. So nothing in life worth having comes easy. And the second thing I've been telling him is that old Proverbs, that a thing accomplished is sweet to the soul. And so that's kind of been our mantra this spring, is a thing accomplished. And And I'll be honest, it's hard for a young man at his age to really understand why everybody else can kill a turkey and why we can't seem to like bring it all together. And so he's had to kind of battle through some discouragement. But you know, we had a solid plan this year for the youth day, and pretty excited about it. And he was really fired up. I mean, so after all these attempts, I mean, textbook perfect roost hunt. Bird flies down, he gobbles, comes straight to us on a string. You could not have drawn it up any better. He's at 20 yards, side the decoy. Poor guy, he shoots and misses. And I mean, personally, I was devastated, and I was fully expecting him to be. And so after we ran around and tried to look, make sure that we didn't have us a crippled turkey, he looked at me, great big old smile on his face. He said, "I got to shoot at one." I mean, he was so fired up. And he'd heard him gobble and heard the whole, I mean, just the experience itself, I think, was just powerful for him. And so I was trying to kind of, you know, I thought I was going to have to encourage him, but he had a blast. And I told him, I was like, it's going to happen. You just never know. We just got to keep going, and we'll, you know, one of these days it's going to come together, and we just got to keep after it, not give up. You know, nothing in life worth having comes easy. And I would have never guessed in a million years that we'd have gotten another opportunity. I mean, in the same hour. But it's turkey woods, and you just never know. You got to always stay ready.
Hey, it ain't over yet, man. Look, there's a gobbler. Don't move.
Seriously?
Yeah, no, right behind you. He's right behind us. He just, the gun is, I just picked the gun up too.
Can we get down?
Don't move. He's gonna walk away from us. There's another dude with me. They're both Jays. Don't move, son.
Sitting still. How far are they? Shooting range? Shooting range?
Are we below them? Are they coming? What are they doing? How far are they? 25. What? You're gonna have to put the fan up a little bit, Vince. He can't see the scope. He can't. Right there, see him, Drew. They're coming, they're coming. He's on him.
He got him.
So you smoked him! You smoked him! Go there and get him! You got it! You got it! Oh, you got him! You got him! Holy smokes! What just happened? Look at this! Oh! What in the world? That's the craziest thing ever. Look at him, he's got a nice fan. Oh man. Were you seeing him in the scope? I didn't think you could see him. The gun was bouncing around.
I shot and he just came back on me.
Oh man, look at that dude. Oh, that's just because he's a first year bird. He's laying on his back, look at his spine. Whoa. I'm completely speechless. We did it. I got on the ground and crawled all the way from the decoys to the blind and reloaded your gun. That grass was just tall enough. They couldn't see me.
Oh
my word.
I thought I missed him. I didn't know I shot one. I aimed it when he shot. I just aimed it when he shot, and I didn't know which one I was going to shoot.
I've dreamed about and imagined the perfect turkey hunt for Tripp's first bird, and I've literally done everything in my power over the last 3 years to make that perfect hunt happen for him. But things just don't always go the way that you plan for them to. I never imagined, or for that matter, even wanted for his first bird to come from crawling behind a decoy fan. But turkey hunting's funny that way. You got to take what they give you and adapt and act fast. And ultimately, the whole reason that we're out there is to kill one. So I'm glad to have number one behind us, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity those two Jakes presented Trip. And one thing's for sure. A thing accomplished is sweet to the soul.
Here at Mossy Oak, the passion for turkey hunting has been in our blood for a long time. That passion watered the roots for our initial introduction into making camouflage over 30 years ago with our original bottomland, and is still growing today with our NWTF obsession pattern, which in our opinion is as close as you can get to disappearing in the spring woods. Mossy Oak Obsession, the official camouflage of the NWTF.
Trust me, son. You don't want none of this.
Jake from State Farm, I'm sorry for your luck. Hey, what'd y'all think of that? Huh? With Nebraska. Out. Tagged out.
Hunting Habit is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops, Mossy Oak, Loophole Optics, Rage Broadheads, Muzzy Bow Fishing, Avian X, Tracker Boats, Winchester Ammunition, and Nocturnal Lighted Knocks.
I always like to have me 3 extras right there, just at hand's reach there, so I can grab and, especially when you got 3 tags. This is our kind of operation right here. I mean, it's a working cattle farm. You know, we're staying in this big barn that has a camper up on stilts. This is like home. This is the stuff we do at the house. We got full run of all this ground, and we got 3 turkeys to shoot. Been flying, driving, everything else all day, and I'm ready to get after them. We got about 3 hours till dark, so we load up and go after some turkeys. Yeah, I picked up this slab at the airport and at the rental car place, and the lady's like, this Cherokee's brand new. It's got 3 miles on it. She said, you gonna take care of it? I said, is it 4-wheel drive? Apparently the lady at the rental car place had no idea who she was talking to. As long as we got that damage waiver, baby, we're gonna use it. We just now got set down. I mean, this is the first place that even looked good, and we got 1 goblin, and he's coming. Caleb can see the birds fine. You know, he's more to the right and has the angle. And of course, I'm sitting lower and I got a big cedar tree right in front of me. I can't see anything that's going on, so I'm having to get the play-by-play from him. Oh yeah, I knew it was too good to be true. There wasn't no way they was leaving the real hens. This is the way turkey hunting's been all season for me. It's like They want to play, but at the last minute, something happens. It's just we're snake bit. I don't know what the deal is.
Dang heck of a night. We got on 5 gobblers and called them in, and just straight out of the dang truck. I mean, come in Superman, threw clothes on, but we come over here and we found 2 more groups of turkeys also. So we're just kind of sitting up here and seeing if there's another group over here is what we're hoping, but we hadn't heard anybody. But this place is absolutely beautiful. I mean, this is what you think about when you think about Nebraska, just rolling hills and corn and a bunch of turkeys.
We got caught off guard this morning on these turkeys. You know, we come in here, tried to get on them on the roost, and of course, they did what they wasn't supposed to do. They flew up the hill instead of flying to the cornfield. So now, here we are all morning chasing them in circles. This is a midday turkey attack. After getting beat up and robbed this morning the way they did us, they went the opposite way that they were supposed to. Midday, we're fixing to get out here where we got on them last night and just kind of camp out on them.
This is a dang hiding spot right here. Good thing is, you know, they're gonna be tight. If we'd have been sitting here last night, we'd have smashed. This ought to be dirty. Did you hear that? Caleb, right here on the right.
This old boy decided to come in quiet and put on a show. That was a bad mistake. You don't need to be worrying about what kind of spurs that turkey's got, buddy. You need to worry about what's over here holding his shotgun.
Son of a gun. Golly, we ain't been sitting here 15 minutes. Dad's right there is what we're talking about. When they ain't gobbling and they're with hens, just do some soft calling and set in a good spot and get hid and get comfortable. I just looked right over the crest of the hill and I was like, Caleb, I seen the tips of his fan coming over the hill.
I almost missed that turkey, but enough of them pellets got in there to get it done.
It's okay. It's okay. Daddy's here. It's okay. Look at you, friend. What's going on? What's going on with your bad self? Mr. Beard, that poor face. It hurts me worse than it hurts you to look at it. Oh, he ain't got much for spurs. But you know what? What he lacked up for spurs, he made up in a show. God, he was beautiful in that sun. I love these Rios. Everybody says they're stupid. They ain't stupid. They're turkeys. And they can just make you mad just like they did today.
But we broke the ice. We got one down, we got 2 more tags. So in the words of John Justice, it's home. We find this group of birds on this hillside and there's no place to hide. And it's just a really crappy setup, but there's one little hole right here and we're just gonna give it a try. I mean, go for broke. Did you see that athleticism? I learned that back in Navy SEALs in Marietta, Georgia, behind the Waffle House.
Hen's coming, he's behind her about 10 yards. I can still see them. They're just right over the crest of that hill.
I've sat here and I've waited as long as I can. Something should have done happened. I'm gonna get aggressive and get up there and put the old shake on the decoy.
They're coming. They're coming. I shook it at them and they started coming. Here they come, here they come, here they come. To the right here, to the right. You want him? Holy crap. Dude, I gotta sit down. Well, we come around the corner and I spotted a dang hen and a gobbler down here in the corner. So, it's crazy out here in Nebraska the way these hills roll up and down. It's good and it's bad. It's good when you see them because you can duck off and hide and get some ground on them. So we got around here, got some ground on them, crawled up there, put the decoy out. They wouldn't come at first. So I crawled back up there about 20 yards, just shook it at him a couple times. And I seen when I shook it at him, his head turned red, then it turned white. He come out of strut and he come running. So I took off and I had to run all the way back here. He got his face pulled off. Treetop, boom, pow! God, that was awesome. Dude, there ain't no better feeling than that. When you're down and out and you're like, they're kicking our butts. When you get the mash one right there, just close range, twisted it right there in that cow crap. Just rolled it. I just got sniped by a cow patty. There ain't nothing better than that. When you roll them up right in their face, I mean, God, that was beautiful. Dang Rio, I can't kill Miriam to save my life, but I'll take them. They keep coming, I'll just tag out on them suckers. Good beard and some good spurs. He was wanting to fight. He had some hens, but he wanted a few more. That's the downfall of every man right there. We got one tag left here in Nebraska. This is way too much fun. If you hadn't done this, you gotta try it. And there's no better place than Nebraska. This is the last morning of the hunt, and we could not have asked for a prettier day. I mean, we are in their kitchen. Two hens come in and they are fired up, calling left and right this morning, and it doesn't take long till we get a couple of the fellas to show up. One of these birds, just immediately I can tell is a Jake. The other one, however, has a full fan. I don't have good enough eyes to see if he has spurs or not. I just don't see a long beard. The redneck in me is like, clip him and check him out. But then the other part of me is like, we still got all day to hunt. Even though it is the last day, let's hold out for a minute. I guess I'll just sit here and enjoy the show. But I do really want to shoot him. Like, really want to shoot him. Now he's just taunting me. We're in the right spot. I mean, they don't get no closer than that. What a heck of a morning. We know there's been 5 long beards just coming here hanging out in the middle of the morning. If I didn't know that for sure, I'd have smoked that one with a full fan. But there's 5 ropes that come in here and hang out, so that's what we're waiting on. Dude, them things are beautiful. If that don't get you fired up about turkey hunting, nothing will. Please, Lord, don't let me regret letting him go.
It's the last evening, and we're going back to the honey hole. He's right dead in front of you, Caleb. Same spot that other one was. He's got a full fan. Can you see him? There's two of them.
I'm rising up again. Felt the burning bleed inside. Oh, there's a yearning taking me alive.
Wouldn't you know it? The exact same two birds from this morning show up.
I'm rising up again. Said I'm rising up.
Who wants to take bets if I let him go again? You're in trouble, buddy. Run. Jesus, should I shoot this turkey? You sent him to him this morning and I let him go. But you thought I needed to see him again. So that means you want me to shoot this turkey. I hear you loud and clear, big man. Jay from State Farm, I'm sorry for your luck. You just met the demon. Son, you better go on and tell everybody. I'll be back next year. I know there wasn't none of y'all thinking I was gonna let that turkey go again. Look, I don't care what it is. When they get in within 5 yards and you're looking at them eye to eye, dude, the tensions get high. But it hammered this dude. It was close quarters combat. Couple gobbles, full fan. You can't eat them beards anyway. We're done in Nebraska. Hey, what'd y'all think of that? Huh? You got to watch the show, didn't you? With Nebraska. Out. Tagged out.
You know, everything happens in turkey hunting in the last 100 yards. They got to get that last 100 yards to come in. That's the tough time. That's when camo makes a difference. That's why Toxie Hayes invented Mossy Oak. Check these out coming up and see if they get them within that last 100 yards.
The word obsession encompasses the mindset of everyone at Mossy Oak. We obsess over hiding from, chasing, and conserving the critters we pursue. In this episode, we dive into the obsession and superstitions of Mossy Oak's first employee and president, Bill Sugg, as he chases turkeys in Florida. This is The Obsessed.
You know, I was fortunate a couple of days ago to get a turkey here in Mississippi on Easter morning, and when that turkey first popped out there about 75, 80 yards, and I saw it, my heart just started beating, and I could feel it, and I had to calm myself down a little bit. I've never lost that, and the good Lord willing, I never will till the day I die. And I think I say that for every turkey hunter out there. That's what they feel, the sound of that gobble, seeing those gobblers come within range. And it's just the excitement of that. Again, being able to be in his world and being able to get him to come into yours and finding all kind of ways to entice him to get closer. It is an absolute passion. It's an obsession. You think about it from the time that the last turkey that I'm fortunate enough to be successful with, if it's for me or for someone else, that I've had a hand in calling up. When those wings stop beating, that last one of that season, I'm already ready for the next one. I don't know a turkey hunter that's not superstitious in some way or another. Obviously, if you've had success wearing a certain hat, you're going to wear that. And if you're Cuz Strickland or you're around Cuz Strickland, I'll just tell you right now, don't throw that hat on the bed because he'll dive over there and pick it up. He said that's bad luck. And also, if you're with Ronnie and a black cat runs across the road, he's going to make you turn around and go to the house a different way. Turkey hunters, have their favorite calls. They have their favorite head nets, and however you do things, if it works, why change it?
How about that go-to?
Well, yeah, people that know me will come up to me and say, turkey season again, right? I said, yep, I do this every year. I guess there's a practical side to it. It's you're on the go all the time during turkey season. It's a lot quicker just to trim the edges than it is to shave all the way around. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Those that know me know that I virtually take a sporting goods store to the woods with me in my vest every morning. It probably weighs 5, 6, 7 pounds, but I just like running different calls. And, I've sort of had luck over the years sounding like a lot of different turkeys. And some of the better turkey hunters I know do run multiple calls when they're working turkeys. So push button's one of those things that I sort of got into running years ago, and I carry more than one with me. I think I only got 2 this morning, but usually I'll have one that yeps pretty good and one that clucks and purrs. And then years ago, I never could prefer being able to cluck and purr with a mouth call. So I started using these, and I just got infatuated with them, and I would get several of them. I would find one that would cluck and purr. I would find one that would yelp loud, one that would yelp soft. And that in conjunction with mouth calls just sort of became my favorite way to do it. Now, locating calls, I use a big old paddle box, have for a long time. And I don't want to use it just locating, and I'll use it for calling up close, and it just, you find the right one, it makes as turkey a sound as there anything out there. But I have fun running all of them. Turkey hunting's turkey hunting. You'll hear discussions all the time that these turkeys are easier than those turkeys, and ours are evil, and those are not, and so forth and so on. I think if you hunt a turkey long enough and he gets old enough, he can be tough no matter where he is, Texas, Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, wherever the case may be. Back in the spring of 1986, I got up like I always do and got ready to go hunting, and I stopped at the little gas station on the way out of town to get a cup of coffee. And Toxie Hayes was in there with his dad, Mr. Fox Hayes. Toxie was wearing the original bottom lamp. He was sort of hush-hush about it because he was still working at the other company and sort of moonlighting and getting this idea started and off the ground. And later that summer, Toxie called me. He needed a model to wear the old stuff, the old World War II camos, so he did a comparison. And I think the original tagline on that ad was, "Which camo would you rather wear?" I sort of got involved and started taking a couple of days off from my insurance business to knock on some doors and call on some retailers. And by December, we sort of realized we had a tiger by the tail, and we were off and running. And it's been an amazing journey for over 30 years. Golf or even baseball, people say you're going to fail a lot more than you're going to be successful. Who think you make a living doing something 33% of the time or better, and yet make it to the Hall of Fame. Turkey hunting, the percentage is a lot less than that. So it's never just the killing of the turkey, it's everything that goes with it. It's the companionship, the friendship, teaching others, calling turkeys for others, and watching kids have an experience that they've never had before. For years, we had the original tree logo that folks had followed our brand for all the years since the inception 30 plus years ago. Along the way, our director of marketing decided we needed to basically modernized that logo a little bit, and out of that experience in doing that to the logo we have today, we came up with a tagline that is probably the most perfect tagline for what we do from a business standpoint, from a hunting standpoint, but all the way back to Toxie's roots and all of our roots in turkey hunting. That it's not a passion, it's an obsession. I don't think if we'd have studied it for 1,000 years, we could have come up with anything that better adequately described the love that we have for the outdoors, conservation, and especially turkey hunting and all the obsession and everything that goes with it. I am Bill Sugg, and I am obsessed.
Hey, I hope you like what you're seeing. I certainly do. Remember, if you can't catch it right now, go to the Mossy Oak Go app. It'll be available there, and it's always free.
You see this? I stopped, got me some orange juice, trying to like combat this coronavirus as we're heading to Florida and give me some vitamin C. This thing got mango in it, like little bitty mango, like little bitty word right there. Like I like orange juice, not with mango. So I'm having to suffer through this. And the end game is getting to Florida and trying to get one of these Osceolas. And the sun's shining, which every turkey in my woods up there in Indiana got rubber boots on because it won't stop raining. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I think it's gonna be what, like 88 degrees and sunny for 4 days and down here in Florida, and then we're gonna make our way to Georgia. But I can't wait to feel the sunshine on my white skin. Get after them turkeys. We are loaded to the gills. Justin messed up my hat and my bread. So I went and bought 2 loaves of bread, like worth about $10 a piece. And he gonna throw his gun on top of my loaf of white bread. I'm a white bread. That's all we got to eat. And he talking about, it'll be okay. It's just bread. I'm like, no, you'd have to tear the cheese in half to get it on there. Our show's been doing really good on the Mossy Oak Go app, and we appreciate everybody tuning in to that. Also, I want to tell everybody thanks for going to our website with all this couple of shows we had that we were going to be at were shut down, and so our website has done really well. People really want their spur hats, spur clothes. If it wasn't for you people out there that watch our show and buy our products and come see us at the trade shows, we wouldn't be doing what we do. This is my third job. I have a real job, and then I have a family job, and then I have Spur and Bone Brand, and we do Whitetail Edge with Ben Rising. But if it wasn't for y'all doing what you do, and coming to our website and buying our products and wearing them proudly, and we think we got the best turkey logo and name on the market.
And that, I think, resonates with some of the bigger people in the industry that come to us and tell us. And we really think our brand's going to be around for a long time. And we love what we do, and we love getting after the turkeys. And so raise your spurs high this year. Show them spurs on pictures, camera, video. Send them to us. I think we've got a really good, big contest that we're going to do this year. Any video segment, camera picture, whatever, any of our spur brand with turkeys or anything, doing something with it, send it in. We're going to have a great package at the end of the year this year to give away to the best picture. We may do multiple, we don't even know yet. So come see us, spurbrand.com. Check us out on the Mossy Oak Go app, and continue watching us week to week. We're heading to Florida. Me and Justin Day, we're meeting Buddy Stafford. See y'all. Hey everybody, it's Mike Chambliss and Buddy Stafford. We just got to Florida, and what a trip it was coming down. A lot of rain, but then it cleared up about mid-Georgia. We got some birds located on this farm down here in middle Florida, I suppose, and got some birds located over here on this farm. We got a farm down the road. We know we got some couple birds over there. The landowner told us they had 2 big strutters with a couple of hens, so pretty excited.
First time here to hunt Florida. Looking forward to it.
Jody seen a couple of birds cross this gravel road down here this morning, and then one came across this field, and then we just saw these ones back here. We're just riding around, saw a bunch of hens, a couple of good big gobblers, one strutting, one just creeping across. Looks like he's gonna go to a head. So I think we're gonna do really good here in the morning, and then definitely over at the main farm where they have a cabin at. There's some birds over there, so can't wait to get started. See y'all tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in to Spur Season 2 on the Mossy Oak Go app.
What's up, guys? So we're back here at the farm that we were at yesterday afternoon. Come out here, we roosted 7-8 birds. We've got 2 separate groups of 2 right here at the entrance where we're going to be pulling up at. So we're trying to go in here slow. I think we're going to go after these birds first, but we're just going to play it by ear, I guess, when we get out. But we're here in Florida. First time here chasing Osceolas. Mike and one of the landowners, they're on another farm this morning. We went and roosted
Hey, Florida double. Oh! What do you think about it? Man, thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh boy. We had 2 birds that came in, we'd work, and we couldn't get them to cooperate. Then we had 2 other birds that came from our left. They came right in and did exactly what they were supposed to, and we doubled up. My first Osceola, which I think this one's possibly a hybrid, but either way, he's mine.
It was a blast, man. Like we were sitting there, like he said, we had 2 birds come in from our right. They come in and hung up. I don't think they like that strutter decoy. They hung just out of range for probably, what, an hour and a half?
At least.
And just strutted back and forth. We had a single bird come in from our left, and those 2 ended up running him off. We was kind of watching them. They went right here behind us in the woods. And then I just happened to look down this field, and then these 2 birds was full sprint as fast as they could get here, which I knew at that point it was going to work out because those 2 birds that run that other bird off was occupied down there, and I knew they wasn't going to be able to run these 2 off. So I just told Buddy, I said, get ready, here they come, here they come. And yeah, I mean, just the way they played out, it couldn't be any better. The GoPro footage is, I can't.
It's crazy.
Awesome is probably an understatement. I think it's.
I can't wait for this one to get aired. It's something.
My first Osceola as well. You know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Mike and Buddy, everybody at Spur Brand. I just want to thank y'all too. That's definitely a hunt that I never thought that I'd ever kill Osceola or have the opportunity to. And so, you know, definitely thank y'all a lot. It means a lot to me.
Yeah,
so.
we thank you too for doing what you do. You do a lot for the show and for us as a company. First and foremost, I want to thank the good Lord above, because He allows us to do this and enjoy it. And then thank you for supporting us for what we do. So we're going to go get these birds cleaned up. We got several more that's been gobbling all back in the back of this farm, and we're going to go get some fresh batteries for the cameras, and we're going to get back at it. Maybe we can do this again for a mid-afternoon hunt. If not, we'll be back at it in the morning. So stay tuned.
Now we're going to head over to the other farm with Mike and Jody on the same morning to see how their hunt goes down.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Double! Well, you look at the carnage. 2 good birds, 2 Florida birds. Jody, I thank you.
Yes, sir.
I hear you, buddy.
That's what it's about right there.
Oh my goodness. Brother, I thank you so much. That's been awesome.
Thank you.
This has been crazy. Everybody, thank you. Open the morning, what, 20 minutes?
Probably 7:26 when we picked them up.
We got 2 good birds. Oh my goodness, they're wet, they're a little ugly, but they're beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Almost twins.
I think we got twins, but we got in here and roosted them yesterday afternoon. I mean, you'll see on the footage, but just what an epic morning. It don't always work this way, but when it does, it's like pretty cool.
Yeah, when the clan comes together, they read the script.
They read it. I mean, we had them last night. They roosted them. They roosted right back here, and we got to sit here and watch them last night fly up and gobble, and we owl hooted to them, made them do a little thing there for us so we could get some good footage and set up right here. It's like a little road goes back in here, and we knew they were going to pitch back down here in this field. So we set the decoys up, got back in the bushes, and pitched down. I think I got them on camera pitching.
Yeah.
Beautiful morning here in Florida. Just beside myself, man. I can't even. This is
just out here enjoying God's creation.
This is awesome, man. I already. I mean, this is actually. I've lived in Florida for a good while and didn't get to turkey hunt here much because I didn't really have anywhere to really hunt, and more of a deer hunter than at the time, and moved to Indiana and started Spur Brand, and before that, I mean, started becoming an avid turkey hunter, and then I started the Spur Brand with my partners Buddy and Ben, and man, this is becoming an epic business. This fun thing to do, get to travel and go around the country and get to kill beautiful turkeys. I mean, so technically this is my first Florida bird. I think we're it's pretty black wings.
Yeah.
I mean, we're right here.
You're right on the line.
We're right on the line, but I mean, there's some good black wings. I wanna say I got my first Osceola, and I've been talking to Jody on the phone from Indiana, and Ray, spectacular for letting us venture down here to Florida to hunt and put a little marks on him. HDR, Avian X Jake.
Took a little beating this morning, didn't he?
He did a little good job. He did a good job. They didn't like it. They were a little cautious at first.
Yeah.
But then I didn't think they were going. Whoop on him.
No,
and then
he decided
that one kept bumping him, and he kept spinning spinning back around, and I want to thank Fred Zink, and you got an awesome product. Love the Avian X. We've got some epic footage. Love the lay down hen. You put that lay down hen with this Jake behind, and man, you got something special.
Thank y'all for watching this week's episode of Spur Season 2 on the Mossy Oak Go app. See you next week.
Hey, nobody likes to miss the fly down, all that gobbling at daylight, but you know, that's not always the absolute best time to kill a turkey. The first year I did the videography for the Primos, the true stuff, I kept a little notebook, kind of a log. That was all about the gas mileage, not anything else. But what it proved to me was 80% of the turkeys we filmed that season getting shot were between like 9:30 and noon. That's kind of the magic hour. A lot of reasons for that. They're leaving their hens and lots going on, but I've always loved that time. Let's see what time of the day this next bunch has got coming up.
Red, white, and blue, head, beards, and spurs. When he flies off the limb, I'm gonna rock his world. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, longbeards are gonna die.
You're about to watch the most classical turkey hunt I think I've ever had. He hits the ground, I call, he comes strutting in, I shoot him, and it's probably my favorite hunt of all time. And it doesn't hurt that he was the biggest bird I ever killed.
8-4. All right. All right. Yeah! Yeah! Boom! Oh my gosh, he's a big old bird. Holy cow!
Look at his birds, man.
I think this may be that bird from the strips I told you was a huge bird. That thing's got a paintbrush, and look at those 1.5-inch hooks. Look at his breast, just all wore out from breeding. Little feathers growing back. Look at this. Opening morning for me. Oh man, I shouldn't let him flop right here. Golly, that bird's pushing 30 pounds. Oh, dang it, man. Will gladly put my tag on that bird. That's better than reaping one to me. Which I like doing that too, but. Oh yeah, he might not be that bad. I hadn't mounted a turkey in probably 10 years. Rise and fly.
Hey, you superstitious? If you look at some of these hunts coming up, you may find that these people are superstitious or not. Some people wear the same socks. Some people have a lucky hat. The list goes on and on. Here's some of the bad luck stuff you can look out for. Seeing an owl in the daylight, that's real bad luck. Cross knife blades sitting on the table, stay away from that. Of course, black cats, that goes without saying. They say superstition is just like the sign of a weak mind, but you know, by the end of turkey season, I think everybody's got a weak mind.
This week, we're headed to north central Missouri with Dennis Hensley and his daughter Hayden, Dennis's buddy Lee and his two girls, as well as Dennis's buddy Adam Matson. We're going to be chasing some spring gobblers during youth season. However, it's really cold. We had freezing rain, but hopefully the birds will still be gobbling and we can get one of them to work and get a crack at one of these old toms.
How go the sunshine?
Bud, that bridge is slick right there.
Is it?
Ready to go. She's in the back.
Ready to go get a turkey?
Is it camera?
Yeah, it's camera. Bright and early, boys. Bright and early. Yeah. Let's go.
With the farm being over 2 hours away, it meant getting up early, and that's exactly what we did. I had to meet Dennis at the exit at 2:30 in the morning with his buddy Lee and the kids, and then we were on the road and headed to the field. You know, it was a really, really slow start for us. You know, everything was ice, and to be honest with you, we were joking with Dennis because we didn't even think the birds existed. And all we saw was a few deer, didn't hear a single gobble, and the kids were just freezing in the blinds. So, you know, the hunt didn't last all that long for us because the kids are froze out. However, Dennis and Adam had seen some birds, so they had a little more action than us, but we're hoping as the day progresses, one of us can at least get a bird on the ground.
Nice out. It was supposed to be nice out. It was.
It was supposed to be. Yeah, it was actually supposed to be a nice day. It's definitely not even above freezing yet. 28 degrees. Still 28 degrees. 30 mile an hour wind. And the turkeys, they're everywhere. Everywhere that we're not.
Lee and the kids ended up heading back home, but I hung around with Dennis and Hayden and Adam, and wouldn't you know it, as the day progressed, the sun decided to come out, everything warmed up, and the turkeys were out and about. As we were driving around the section, kind of glassing to see if we could find some birds, we came up to a T intersection. Sure enough, there were two toms that looked like fighting each other over on the hillside right in the mowed pathway along the CRP. So, well, the game plan was I was going to stay back in the truck. Adam, Dennis, and Hayden were going to take off running down the road, try getting ahead of this bird to get a crack at him.
Got a red head on him. Yeah, I think it's a tom. Yeah, it's a tom.
Can't see his feathers. If I could see his feathers, I could tell you.
Yeah, he's a tom. I've seen his beard flop.
So I think me and Adam and Hayden will go down this road and see if we can't get up on the backside of this bird that's coming down the fence line. You can just stay up here, like you said, and do some landing and stuff. So, Adam, let's go ahead and get Hayden woke up. Hayden, get up.
Hayden, come on, we got birds.
Come on, Hayden, get up. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, we got a bird. Come on, let's go.
We got birds, come on.
Is that gun for me, please?
Yep, you got it.
Yep.
Here's the camera.
Alright, yeah, we're ready to get going. Is Hayden ready? as Dennis, Hayden, and Adam worked their way down the CRP, trying to rush to the end to cut off that bird, you know, that we lost eyesight of him. We didn't know exactly where he was or if he'd crossed the road already, but we were going to hustle anyways. And they got down there, and sure enough, Dennis sees the bird, and immediately they all drop to the ground and get ready. And what do you know? They don't even have any calls on them. So Adam starts calling with his mouth, and sure enough, this bird is just hammering, coming right to him. At this point, I have no idea where the bird is. I'm back in the truck. They're a little over the hill, out of eyesight. And Adam's sitting behind Dennis and Hayden with the camera, trying to get it on film while calling with his mouth. And sure enough, this bird's coming through this thicket right near a fence line here. You can barely just see his head or the top of his fan. He starts coming through, and Dennis is helping Hayden keep the gun up. And sure enough, Dennis tells Hayden, "Hey, if you can see his head, take him."
Oh, you got it. I think you got him here.
Sure enough, as I was sitting back in the truck, I hear a gunshot, and I knew exactly what it meant. So I sped down the road, pulled right up, and sure enough, Dennis has had his hands up in the air, and I knew it was a successful hunt, and Hayden was on the board.
You did it, buddy! Did it? Dude, we were shooting his mouth. He was right in this field right here. He called him in with his mouth. I'm like, Matthew, start calling. Called him right to this fence post, 2 yards.
No way.
His head stuck out right there. We had one shot, and we gave it to him. He's right here dead. Which it was, Ian. Right here. Right here, me and my daughter. And he poked his head out right in that opening right there underneath that fence.
What looked like it wasn't going to work out today for us, it did. So this shows everybody how quick things can happen and how quick things can change in a heartbeat. So just got to have patience, right? And stay at it. So awesome job. Proud of you. Love you.
Sleep deprived, I can guarantee it. I bet you she's out in an hour. We're back on the road again.
I'll be right.
Cheers.
Yeah. Oh, bud. Hit the tooth.
Even though only one of the kids got a bird, it was still a great time. The weather was pretty cold starting out, but things did warm up, and it ended up being a beautiful day and successful at that.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed tonight's Mossy Oak Go Live. I know I did. A lot going on out there right now. Not all of it's good. So having these couple hours right here each week, man, that's a lifesaver for me. If you missed it, hey, it's streaming again right now. Just make sure you got the Mossy Oak Go app. And it's free. See you next week.